If you watched the last episode, you'll see we had a bit of a casualty with the tomatoes. Well, we've got some good news. You may recall we did a bit of surgery with the splint around the plant. Well, all the flowers have picked back up and it looks as though we're going to get some fruit off them. While we're in the allotment greenhouse, I'll just show you these. These are the Italian plum tomatoes, Super Mama. I must say I'm very, very pleased with these. I think these have made the team sheet for next year. You may recall a couple of episodes ago I had a bit of disappointment when I come to plant the leeks out. The germination had been okay, but the growth was absolutely abysmal. So the people from DT Brown contacted me and asked if I'd like to try a couple of their leek plug plants. Of course I said yeah, and they kindly sent me these. There's a variety called Armour and the other one is Cairngorm. Before I plant out the leeks I need to make some room. We have got some rain forecast for the next few days, although it looks quite nice now. So it's an ideal time to start lifting some of the onions what's in there. I may have a go at the bottom, the bigger onions later on, but first of all I've got these in here. Amongst the weeds here are, I think, some Zebrune banana shallots. So I'll start doing those first. So that's Zebrune harvested. I must say I'm a little bit disappointed with this crop. Compared to previous years, nowhere near the size, but there was a bit late going in and there was quite dull when I put them out, which is, usually they go in a lot shorter. However, they're still usable. In the meantime, got a lot of weeding to do here, clean that out and get the new lot of leeks in. That fitted just right there in the space what was created by the Zebrune. All the leeks are in now. Hopefully I'll get a decent crop from these now. Once again, many thanks to DT Brown, especially Ali, who made contact and sent the leeks. Much appreciated. It really is a scorching hot day today, so I'm going to continue and lift all these onions. Some are done okay. These are not too bad. Some of these are the Kelseys. Then I've got some Ailsa Craig and Robinson's Mammoth. But I'll lift a lot and I'll show you when I've done that. So this is my onions for 2020. Got them all in. If you notice there's no red onions here, I completely forgot to sow any red seed. I did buy some sets, but as usual, bolted. Anyway, I'm very happy with these, and more importantly, there's no white rot. Well, last night we had the storm of all storms. One thunderclap, the boom, the sound wave seemed to last about 20 seconds, but together with it we had a lot of rain, which has been most welcome, and I don't think we'll be watering the plots out here for a good few days. Luckily I did have the last minute thought as the black clouds arrived to cover the onions up, and I'm really glad I did. So today's job, I'm going to start harvesting a few kohlrabi. So this is the KohlRabi harvested. Got 8 nice crops there. Not quite sure what my wife's going to do with it, but I'm sure I'll take it in the kitchen, she'll sort it out. But these 4 chilli plants which have been neglected and left to do their own thing, 2.5-inch pot, and one's got fruit on. However, we're not going to let them suffer anymore. I'm going to be trying it in this auto pot. It's a 4-pot system that I've acquired from another grower's greenhouse. And if you're not familiar with these have a little copper mat on one side which pops in the bottom, and on the bottom of here there's this thing called a sock which arrests all roots from going through into the system. And these actually fit into a pot of its own which has got a ball valve in, and that then controls the flow of the water, which is fed, the whole lot are fed from one central tank. We'll be doing a video in the future showing a detailed setup of this system. A lot of growers for these use clay pebbles and their media then on top, but for me I'll be just using multi-purpose compost together with some perlite. The copper mat is in, and there's about 25mm, an inch of perlite in the bottom, and I'll put the mix on top of that. This is the mix. As you see, there's a lot of perlite in there. It's just a multi-purpose compost I'm using. In this case it's Bathgate Champions Blend, and with all the perlite in there, that'll help with the wicking process. So I'll just carry on, I'll pop this up and I'll come back to you. I've just nestled that in now. What I'll do, I'll be watering this for at least a week, and while the system's set up, and then that'll give the time for the capillary action to start working upwards, and then it's on its own. So that's the 4 pots all planted up and watered now. I will be setting the auto valve up next, so I've given them a good watering. I'll continue soaking them for the next few days. Just run along here, we've got a capsicum, that's from the DT brand mix I had. There's chili Joe's long, capsicum tangerine dream, I think that's something Lucy in the Sky for the Beatles, I remember right. And on the end is the chili Armageddon, or if you're from the Black Country it's Armageddon. Right, I'll carry on and get these done. I'm just starting to tidy out the coal frame now. There's some old brassicas there which never made the cut. I've got some cabbage here which I'm Durham early. I did have the actual seedlings from another plot holder, and I potted these on. There's 15 in there. I only need about, I think I need 6, so I'll be donating the other 9 to one of the plot holders. Just before we go, I'll quickly show you the sunflowers, how they're getting on. I think most of them have reached the maximum height now, so they're starting producing flower heads. So those will be going forward for my entries for the 2020 Sunflower Challenge. These Calabrese here are Iron Man, and I deliberately delayed the sowing of these to get a staggered crop. Well, with the rain we've had and the warm weather, they've actually matured a lot faster than I wanted them to, but if I leave them any longer they're going to blow, so I might as well crop them now. So that's the end of this week, and it's the actual end of National Allotment Week, and it's nice to see it publicised quite a lot of places. I've noticed it. Before I go, I want to give a little mention here. A couple of days ago I noticed that one of my neighbours was having a CCTV installation, and I got a little issue with mine, so I thought I'd have a word with the engineer. So I popped out, and before I'd met up with him I heard the voice, "It's MuddyBootz." And it turns out that both Paul and Leanne watch the channel. While Paul was packing away, I took Leanne around my plot, give her a tour, and also around the site, and she left Paul, say, packing the stuff away. But thanks very much all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. All the best. Bye for now.